The Brahmo Samaj led the movement for emancipation. The ancient rules of Parda were broken and Brahmo women moved freely in society, but this was but a false dawn as it was far in advance of popular opinion.
Emancipation means freedom from bondage or any controlling influence, such as traditional mores or beliefs.
As even the educated classes generally showed a disinclination towards the emancipation of their women folk, the movement for their uplift was slow in taking shape.
Disinclination means a preference for avoiding something.
By the beginning of the 20th century, the position had begun to show some change. The education of women had gradually become popular, and some of those who had tasted the fruits of modern education had taken seriously to the work of women's uplift. It was, however, only with Gandhiji's non-cooperation movement that women were encouraged to come forward and participate in the life of the nation. From the first days of his movement, Gandhiji realized that there was a source of immense untapped power in the womanhood of India, which could most advantageously be turned to the work he had nearest to his heart, rehabilitation of the villages.
Immense means marked by greatness, especially in size or degree, especially transcending ordinary means of measurement. Womanhood means the distinguishing character or qualities of a woman. Rehabilitation means the restoration of something damaged or deteriorated to a prior good condition.
His appeal was addressed directly to women. Originally, he seems to have been uncertain of the response, or at least of the kind of work that women could do in the national movement, for though he was a passionate believer in the equality of women, he seems to have been doubtful whether the women of India, who had for so long a time been shut up in seclusion, could shoulder the active leadership of a movement which called for so much physical suffering.
Passionate here means capable of, affected by, or expressing intense feeling. Seclusion means to exclude from a privilege, rank, or dignity.
It is not the distinction achieved by a few women of genius that is a true test of the changed position of women in India.
Distinction means the act of perceiving someone or something as being not the same and often treating as separate or different by special honor or recognition.
What really is epochal and marks a revolutionary change is their free and equal participation in all spheres of national activity, and at every level, from work in villages to the government of the country.
Epochal means uniquely or highly significant.
It was never a part of the Indian tradition that women were by nature inferior. On the contrary, the ancient tradition emphasized their equality, though later social disabilities rendered it impossible for women to exercise that equality or to participate in many fields of activity. What the Gandhian movement did was to release women from the social bondages that custom had imposed and conservatism had upheld.
Conservatism means the tendency to prefer an existing or traditional situation to change.